Did you know that millions of hardworking Americans could be losing out on Social Security benefits just because they receive a pension from their public sector job? What if I told you there's a new bill on the table that could change that and bring much needed relief to those impacted? In today's video, we're diving deep into the Social Security Fairness Act, a crucial piece of legislation that could help millions of government employees and retirees. You'll learn exactly what this bill is, how it aims to eliminate unfair penalties like the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO, and why this could be a game changer for you or someone you know. We'll also explore the steps being taken to move this bill forward in Congress and what it could mean for your future Social Security benefits. Make sure to stay with us until the end, because we'll be breaking down who will be directly affected by this bill and why it's essential for lawmakers to act quickly. If you care about how government policies impact your financial future, you won't want to miss this. Welcome to our channel, Financial Area. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date with the latest financial news and updates that matter to you. The Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP, is a rule that affects people who have worked in jobs where they didn't pay into Social Security, such as certain public sector positions. This provision reduces the Social Security benefits that a person would typically receive, even if they've worked in jobs where they did contribute to Social Security. It's designed to prevent individuals from double dipping, meaning receiving Social Security benefits from work where they didn't pay into the system, and also collecting a pension from a job that didn't participate in Social Security. However, the way it's applied can seem unfair, especially for people who spent their careers in public service roles like teaching, law enforcement, or firefighting. These are the same people who rely on Social Security after they retire. Yet under WEP, their earned benefits can be significantly reduced, leaving them with less than they would have received if they had worked in a job covered by Social Security. On top of WEP, there's another provision called the Government Pension Offset, or GPO. This one impacts spousal or survivor benefits for people who receive a government pension. Let's say a person has a government pension, but was married to someone who worked in the private sector and paid into Social Security. If that person passes away, the surviving spouse may be entitled to Social Security survivor benefits. However, if the surviving spouse is also receiving a pension from a government job, GPO will reduce or even eliminate those survivor benefits entirely. The idea is to prevent someone from collecting both their government pension and Social Security benefits from their spouse. While it's intended to prevent double dipping as well, it disproportionately affects public sector workers, particularly those who have spent years in government positions serving their communities. Both WEP and GPO are controversial because they seem to penalize people who worked in public service, even though these workers often have a lower lifetime earning potential and fewer opportunities to save for retirement. Many argue that these provisions are outdated and unfair, as they don't account for the unique nature of public sector work. While some feel that the laws were originally created to prevent abuse of the system, others point out that they now disproportionately hurt those who have already made significant sacrifices. Teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public employees are among the hardest hit, as they're the ones most likely to be subject to these provisions. In fact, WEP alone affects over 2.5 million Americans, and many of them are people who've worked their entire careers serving their communities. Despite this, there has been little effort to change the rules, until now. The Social Security Fairness Act is a new bill that has the potential to significantly change the way public employees are treated under the current Social Security system. At its core, the bill seeks to eliminate the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO, two provisions that have long been criticized for penalizing people who've dedicated their careers to public service. This bill is especially important because it offers a simple solution to a complex problem that affects millions of retirees. By removing these provisions, the Social Security Fairness Act would ensure that individuals who have worked in government jobs, like teachers, police officers, firefighters, and other essential workers, are able to receive the full benefits they've earned without unnecessary reductions due to their pensions. One of the most compelling aspects of this bill is its bipartisan support. It has already passed the House with overwhelming support, signaling that there is strong momentum behind this reform. The bill has managed to garner backing from both sides of the political aisle, suggesting that this is not just a partisan issue, but rather one that addresses a clear injustice faced by public employees. Its simplicity also makes it more likely to pass through the Senate. The bill is essentially a one-page resolution, making it easy to understand and quick to implement. All that's required now is for the Senate to act and pass it into law. The Social Security Fairness Act promises to have a direct financial impact on millions of Americans. For those who are currently retired or about to retire, this bill could mean a significant increase in the Social Security benefits they receive. Many of those affected by WEP and GPO have been underpaid for years, and the Social Security Fairness Act would ensure they finally get the benefits they deserve. This legislation would not only prevent future reductions to Social Security payments, but could also offer retroactive payments to those who were previously underpaid because of these provisions. It's estimated that some retirees could receive back payments of up to $7,000 on average, a sum that could provide much-needed relief for people who have been financially burdened by the current rules. Ultimately, the Social Security Fairness Act seeks to right a long-standing wrong by ensuring that people who have contributed to their communities through government service are not penalized for their careers when they reach retirement age. If passed, this bill would bring fairness to a system that has unfairly impacted public employees for too long. The Social Security Fairness Act is a new bill that has the potential to significantly change the way public employees are treated under the current Social Security system. At its core, the bill seeks to eliminate the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO, two provisions that have long been criticized for penalizing people who've dedicated their careers to public service. This bill is especially important because it offers a simple solution to a complex problem that affects millions of retirees. By removing these provisions, the Social Security Fairness Act would ensure that individuals who have worked in government jobs, like teachers, police officers, firefighters, and other essential workers, are able to receive the full benefits they've earned without unnecessary reductions due to their pensions.